Zay, are you ready?
Ja, het is bakkie laptop.
Alright, so just got everything unpacked from the car. That wasn't too far of a walk, but now I gotta get all this stuff down to the water. So that's gonna be 1 or 2 carries. At least this time I have some help.
I need some milk.
So yeah, let's get it done and get fishing. It's a real nice venue, nice spots in between the houses, really comfortable, not something we're always used to, but it looks good. It's not too far fishing, so hopefully if we get the rods out it won't be too long before we get a bite. So everything's down here at least, so let's get everything done and get the rods out. So we're just busy in the boat trying to find a few spots. It's not very deep. Trying to find a few water spots against the reeds. There's behind me, there's a gravel bar that's about 0.5 meters deep, and just on the edge of it, it drops to just over 1 meter. So that's where I'm gonna place my rods, right against these reeds that are on the sides. And from there, we're just trying to find 1 or 2 more spots so you can find an area where Duncan can present his rods, and then we can get the rods out. So for now, feeling confident. Let's just hope the fish come into this quiet, shallow bay, and I'm sure if we can get them in here, we might be able to get 1 or 2. Okay, so I'm just checking on the deeper what the bottom looks like and what the depth is, bad English. I'm mostly using it for the depth, and then for the bottom just taking a landing net pole, and I'll just tap that on the bottom just to feel the bottom. Like that is very soft, so I'll just cruise this around until I find something that's a bit harder, because you don't want to put your rig onto this soft stuff because it's just going to disappear into everything. If you find a hard spot, it's going to be much easier for the fish to actually find your bait and ultimately get your rig in the mouth. So we're gonna keep prodding along, find a nice spot, and hopefully catch a fatty. In this little bay, we found quite a few fish. We actually saw it earlier on the drone as well, the muddiness or the clouds. So we just came with the boat to check it out, and it's just horrible.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, not what we want. So hopefully they just stay here and they stay away from the rigs, because catching them is not going to be much fun. So hopefully they'll stay here, be happy, and we can go on about our normal fishing. Just managed to land myself a lovely little common, and it's actually from a margin spot just in the edge. So I'm gonna re-drop my rig in there. So it's a fluorocarbon slip D rig with a 12mm citrus wafter on there. So I'm just gonna get that down here in the margin, because usually people always think I need to fish out in the lake. So I came down the margin and this bush just looked so carpy. So got some bait in there, some micro pellets. Some micro pellets in there. There's some cultured stick mix of the scopic squid in there as well, and some pink Himalayan rock salt. So I just put a little bit of that in before I drop the rig, just to spook them out of the area. So, rig in. another little handful in there. Well, when I say handful, it's like literally that much. Just keep them grubbing around and hopefully see that pink hook bait first. Got to line up the reel handles. If you don't line them up, you're not going to catch anything. Well, at least that's what I believe. Well, at least if you're blanking, they at least look nice. Just make sure you don't drag your lead. Just open the bail arm and keep reeling until the handles line up. Almost there. Still not. Let's keep going. There we go. See both of them now. Start it up, open the drag, put it down. So on this rod my drag is quite loose because I don't want it, if a fish takes the rod, to rip my entire rod off, because the line is underneath the tree, so it's almost at an angle backwards. So if you're going to tighten the drag too much, it's just going to rip the rod straight off the pod. So loosen it up nicely so I can take line without taking the rod, and it can swim out into open water. Here we go, first fish of the session on a little margin spot. Not too bad, eh? Look at that little belly on him. So this was actually the second take. First one we lost in the snags, and then this one went while we were busy dropping Duncan's line, and so we just quickly dropped his line, put some feed on it, and came straight back and managed to land this lovely common. First of many, hopefully. I was just about to take the other rod out while we were trying to take photos of the previous fish. The one rod went, ended up being a barbel, exactly what we didn't want to catch. So I was on my way to take that rod back out, and then the margin rod went again. So not too bad. It's really paying off though, that margin rod. I actually thought it's going to be a one-hit wonder probably. Here we're attached to another cork. Bullseye on the net. Number 2. This one, not wanting to lie still. This was actually the same fish that Duncan managed to land a few weeks back.
Stefan, we got the same fish! That's the exact same one I caught. Do you remember? That's the same fish!
This little broken rib. Not bad. Seems that margin spot is doing quite good. So, gonna get the rod back out there. And hopefully we can get a chance to actually clean the camp up. It looks like a real mess here, especially in someone else's garden. So, we've got to fix that. And let's get him back. Hungry little fella.
And I broke the virgin on my reels.
Hey, well done.
He's coming out. He's out.
Put the hooks out.
Fuck.
There we go. what a double up. Another one on the margin rod. And then not too long after this one went, Dunks of Chunks managed to land himself a little chunky one.
That's it.
Not too bad.
Fatty.
So for now, looks like it's going to be a good night.
Good news that the carp haven't spawned yet, clearly.
Yeah, nice fat bellies.
That's the one.
So let's get him back. Hey, high five.
Yeah, took it out of it.
What you doing here, Duncan? Doing the devil's work. It's a bait boat.
The bait boat. Cheating.
Aye.
Take it till you make it, bro.
So Duncan, do you think we have enough food for the night?
I don't think that's gonna do, eh?
Yeah, I don't know.
Makes you worried.
For 2 people, I don't think this is enough.
Nothing worse than being hungry and cold, eh?
Just got myself stuck in the deck. Leg went through there, arm went through there. I'm busy trying to get myself out of here, and then my rod went. So Duncan is playing the fish, and I need to try and get myself out of here. Oh. Well, there we go. There's the fish that almost broke my leg. Luckily, I could get out just in time. Duncan told me it was a mirror. He lied.
Did what I needed to do.
I was able to get my leg out there. Luckily, it could have been so much worse. But luckily, managed to land the fish. And yeah, it's another one to the tally. Now, throughout the night, I'm definitely going to be careful on this deck. And hopefully, I don't break anything. And hopefully, we can get 1 or 2 more throughout the night. Once again, I should really stop saying that. Hopefully, we can just get 1 more throughout the night. But the session has been going really good though. And really having a good time. So, slipping back after we've gotten some photos.
Just a quick rundown on the happenings. So Stefan's leg went through the one on the right, and his arm went through the one on the left. That wasn't even full of fish.
That was some fun times, eh? And while I was stuck in there, then got the run.
Must say I did enjoy fighting that fish though. Partly gonna claim that.
Yeah, 50-50. Okay, so when I went through, my foot actually went into the water, so my shoe is soaked. Luckily, Duncan managed to give me a plucky after his right foot
Plucky
broke. Now, luckily I have a left one, so at least I have something on my feet.
Must say it does suit you. It's your colour.
Dankie man.
It's Carpy.
So Dunks, how was last night?
Well, apart from Stefan basically losing his leg, it was quite quiet. I lost 3 and managed to land myself a decent one. But after about 3 o'clock, it just became dead. But as you can see, the fish are back on the inside of our little bay here. So I think it's time that we stop being lazy and redo some rods.
So good morning. So next day, and throughout the night Duncan managed to actually get a few takes, managed to land one. Looks like it could be a nice fish. one of the better ones. I saw this morning my rod on a zig was completely slack, and it turned out that I was cut off on a shelf, because the shelf is about 0.5 meters deep, and I'm guessing a crab or something got a hold of my line on that and cut me off. So yeah, that is a bit unfortunate. So just gonna fish with the one rod for now, and then let's get Duncan's fish out and show you what it looks like.
Sort of, there you go. Don't know what to say.
Are you speechless?
Yeah.
So it was a good session all in all, I think.
Definitely.
Got out yesterday in the boat, found a few spots. Didn't even end up fishing half of them that we actually found. After putting my rod in the margin on the one rod, that's the only rod that seemed to produce. I managed to land four fish in it, which isn't bad, like
In the daytime, yeah.
and a meter from the side. And then throughout the night till this morning, you managed to catch up and also landed the two biggest fish of the session as well.
Definitely.
No?
We had to work for it though.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate, falling through the deck though. That wasn't
Not my fault.
that wasn't foreseen, but all in all, I think it was a good session, and can't wait to get back.
Definitely.
Thanks for inviting me though.
Oh, no problem.
So, but that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.